Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Today we are going to be talking about how you can find ways to win, be persistent, always find a way to win. So I'm going to share some slide with you guys. We're going to talk through, and then hopefully you can get some nuggets from it, and then we'll see how we can help you for an amazing 2026. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. I'm going to try and enlarge it so you guys can see better. Make it a little bigger for you guys. Okay, so we are going to be really concentrating today on persisting, always find ways to win. Also, stepping into 2026 with the right foot. And so let's get it going. So there's two primary type of leads. One is the life events. It could be marriage, divorce, relocation, job transfer, family growing, family shrinking, upsizing, downsizing, relocation, all the good stuff, right? And the other one is it's really want versus need. Like, this is a want not to have, or do they really need it? Do I have to have four bedrooms and an office, swimming pool, or is this something that I need to have, right? So that's something you want to make sure you have those questions and ask all the right questions. The law of replacement is that in your pipeline, you always get pipeline. You should always continue prospecting. When you prospect, your pipelines always get leaking, meaning like that someone fall through, they might not be the right lead for you, and but you just need to keep on adding. So the three P's that you want to avoid is procrastinations and perfectionism, and also the last thing is paralysis, right? And you really want to make sure you avoid any of this. But golden rule of following up, it's not the lead job to call you back. It's always call back fast as you can than your competition. Speed to lead, right? You need to make sure you have that speed to lead for any lead that comes to you through email, through phone, to text, any way that comes in. You want to get back to them as soon as possible. The five C's of effect following, right? So you want to do the first C is consistent. You want to have a daily rhythm, set up time blocking to make sure that you have a certain amount of time that you always could be prospecting, or a certain amount of time that you could do what you want to do. Like, just concentrate on that task and don't pick up your phone, don't pick up your email, don't look at your social media. Just concentrate on that task, right? And be creative. And you can use various channels. You can call, text, video, DM, and mail, or dark mail, whichever way that you get the most ROI from. And also, you have to remember this is customer centric. It's all about them, not you. Okay, this is really important. And your conversation with them is always going to be focused on them. Okay. And also, you want to be concise. You want to keep it short, keep it relevant, and able to provide them information. And also, you want to make sure you sound compelling, meaning also keep it curiosity and then the value that you can offer for them, right? So for new leads, we have a thing, our CRM, we call it 10 days of pain. So here's a little schedule that you might want to consider following. So day one, call immediately, text and email three times, call them three times, right? And that's including leaving a voicemail. Okay. Day two, call in the morning, text in the PM. Day three, call, voicemail, drop. Day five, call, text with the property link. Day seven, check-in call, say how you doing, just want to check in to make sure everything's okay, and then send them an email. Weeks 2 to 4, you do 2 touches per week, and ongoing, you do 1 to 2 touches per month. So one thing we really use, we practice for a script, is that this is a acronym that we use, LP MAMA. It stands for location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, and appointments. The location is what area you must most interested in. Price, what price range are you comfortable with? Motivations, what prompted you to move right now? Or when you're looking to move? Or when you're looking to sell? Agent, have you spoke to any agents or signed a by agency agreement? Mortgage, have you been pre-approval yet? This is really important. All this is a really important question to ask because this can really help you to determine if this is the right buyer or seller to work with you, right? and appointments, and then you can set up a time to meet so you can making sure you can serve them the best, and also create to understand like to match their urgency versus your urgency, right? They may be a 4 to 5 and you may think they have an 8 or 9 urgency to go buy a house or sell a house. So make sure you match that to making sure that you make sure you want them to be comfortable, you want to rush them either, right? So every follow-up call should push to one step closer down to the LP Mama. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you can set an appointment, get your foot into the door. So MIT did a study. So an average online lead takes about 6 to 18 months to convert. We're no longer in COVID that you pick up a phone call, you go show them a house, you have an offer. Or you pick up a call, you list a home, and it's going to sell right away. In some areas, that's still the case. But average online leads is taking 6 to 18 months to convert. They have a kind of gather information, discover stage, and then they can get to a point that they're ready to go. It takes 6 to 12 attempts minimum to reach them. An average agent only follows about 50% of the leads. And of those due to follow up, only 1 to 2 attempts are made. Most of the time, most agents give up on the second or third call. And that's where the mistake is. You have to take more than 6 to 12 times to reach them. Today, maybe even longer, because you know what? People are busy. They have things to do. They're not going to return your call. So you, again, as we said earlier, is not the job for the lead to call you. It is your job to reach out, to follow up, to be consistent. Right? Don't be average. Don't just follow only 50% of the leads or just make 1 or 2 calls and say, I gave up. And making 1 to 2 attempts on the 50% leads just before you give up, that's just it's waste of your time, your energy, and also the lead sitting there, but someone else is able to do business with them because they're able to reach out to them longer. So here's some really great information and graph that you should look at. One is like, when is the best time to make contact? Generally, that we see that Wednesday and Thursday, people tend to be willing to talk to you a little bit more. After the weekends, Monday, it's probably people trying to get settled into things, so they probably not gonna be so into talking to you. And then Friday, people are thinking about the weekends, so they may be leaving. So Wednesday and Thursday is definitely the best day to make contact with folks out there. And then two, the times to make the contact is also important. It's either first thing in the morning, before they get into work, or before they get the day started, or just right as they leave work, or just right before they are having dinner, right? So it's either from 7:30 to 8:30 or 9:30 time, and then from 3:30 to 5:30 on. Those are great times. You can see the chart. Where's the lowest time to call? So definitely utilize your time wisely so you can actually make the most contact as possible. Now, the other things that you want to look at is like how quickly are you reaching out to the contacts? Generally, when you get the leads in from your website, from an email, from a call, from a text, the first 5 minutes, the conversion rate is much faster, the high percentage. But once you go past 10 minutes, you're less. Once you go past 15 minutes, almost impossible. Then 25, 30 minutes, forget that about them. They probably move on and someone else already talked to them, right? Four, this is really important. Be persistent. Again, as I mentioned, most agents give up on the first to third call, and that's when you not make the contact. You make the contact basically most of the time is after 6 call. Your conversion rate is much better after you call them 6 times, and you have a 90% chance of converting them, right? Over 30% of the lead are never contact at all or only make 1 attempt. By making few more calls attempt, you can experience up to 70% increase of your contact rates. And here's to show you the average attempt. Most agent, you can see, yes, they're great at first call, starting to drop up second call. Third call is like less than 10% people calling that. And then when we get to 6 call, you almost at 1% of people calling. And that's where you want to be, and you want to be there and keep following up with your folks, because that's when you're able to convert, and that's when you're able to get the appointments. So the different communication channel you have is all different ways, right? So obviously you have your phone, you can leave a voicemail, you can definitely send an email. A lot of people get lots of email today. It may just go to the spam. Social media is a good way, but you have to be consistent with social media. You can't just all of a sudden post one thing and not post something for 8 days or 10 days. Direct message them and then video message, text message, in person, face to face, set up coffee day, and also direct mail. Those are all different ways you can communicate with your leads. So the difference between top performers and everyone else is not the skill, it's not the talent or luck, it is really the relentless of fanatically discipline of following up. Follow up is the key. All right. So there you have it. So for you to be persistent and able to find way to win every day. So don't give up on your leads after calling one or twice. Continue calling them 6 to 12 times and making sure that you find the right time and also make sure you time block your schedule. And I hope this is going to be off to a great start for you for 2026. And we'll see you soon.